The Crixen were not accustomed to kindness. For generations, their small insectoid species had survived by submission, first to local warlords, later to the syndicate that claimed dominion over their star cluster. The syndicate demanded tribute, labor, and silence. In return, the Crixen were allowed to live. That balance shattered when the syndicate demanded something new: soldiers. Crixen bodies were ill-suited for war. Their fragile limbs could not hold rifles for long, and their wings burned out quickly under strain. Yet refusal meant extermination. So when the first conscription ships arrived, despair spread across the hives. That was when humanity entered their story. It began with a single freighter, the Odyssey Dawn, carrying humanitarian supplies through syndicate space. Captain Elena Torres, a woman whose reputation for stubbornness rivaled her skill, diverted course when she intercepted the Crixen distress call. Her crew, 30 humans from Earth, could have ignored it. Every sensible voice said they should. Instead, Torres answered. She found a half-starved Crixen village on the verge of collapse. Chitin dull, eyes dim, wings crumpled, yet still alive. The humans unloaded food, medicine, and blankets. They repaired water pumps. They treated injuries with gentle precision. The Crixen watched with wary antennae. Why? One finally asked. Why risk angering the syndicate for us? Torres only shrugged. Because you called for help. And because you matter. The word spread faster than any fire. To the Crixen, it was unthinkable, an outsider declaring they mattered. When syndicate patrols discovered what the humans had done, punishment was swift. A squadron descended upon the village. They burned homes, seized hatchlings, and made examples of anyone who resisted. But the Odyssey Dawn had not gone far. Humans returned in force, not soldiers, but freight crew armed with little more than plasma cutters, improvised shields, and fury. They fought like creatures possessed, every motion fueled not by conquest but by the determination of protectors. Against syndicate enforcers clad in armor, the humans should have fallen in minutes. Instead, they carved victory from chaos. One Crixen elder, watching humans stand bloodied and unbowed over her rescued hatchlings, whispered a phrase that spread through the hive: "They fight as if we are their kin." From that day, the Crixen no longer spoke of the humans. They spoke of our humans. The syndicate escalated. Each raid grew larger, more vicious. And each time, more humans arrived, not just the crew of the Odyssey Dawn, but ships from nearby colonies, then aid from Earth itself. Mechanics, medics, teachers, soldiers, they came in waves, carrying supplies, weapons, and laughter. They rebuilt burned-out homes with sturdier walls. They taught the Crixen to wield tools suited to their delicate limbs. Human children played alongside Crixen hatchlings, sharing games and sweets. The hive began to look less like a conquered people and more like a family. One syndicate commander, confused by the resistance, sent a transmission to the human colony governor: "Why do you throw lives away for them? They are not your species. They are not even strong." The governor's reply was short. "They are ours." That was the moment the syndicate realized their mistake. For millennia, they had ruled by dividing, by ensuring no world ever believed it could rely on another. But humans broke that logic. To humanity, family was not limited to bloodlines or biology. It was chosen, claimed, and defended with every ounce of strength they had. The final battle for the Crixen homeworld was brutal. Syndicate fleets darkened the skies. But beside every Crixen warrior stood a human ally. When one fell, the other pulled them back up. When the syndicate unleashed orbital bombardment, humans countered with dreadnoughts flown in from Sol itself. The war ended not with surrender, but with liberation. In the aftermath, the Crixen stood in their rebuilt hive halls, watching human engineers argue playfully over construction plans. Their youngest clung to human legs with unshakable trust. And in that moment, the Crixan understood a truth carved into their history forever. When humans decide your family, nothing in the galaxy can take you away from them. Because family, to humanity, is sacred. And heaven help anyone who tries to break it.